Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo-Wop, a podcast where we talk about pop music. I'm James Cook.
I'm Andy Robinson.
We're halfway through our deep dive of the UK Top 10 Singles Chart of the 23rd of December 2015.
If only I could remember what the first 5 songs in this top 10, the lowest selling songs actually were.
Well, you can either listen to the first half, it'll be there in your podcast feed, or...
Let me just have a look. Oh yeah, there it is.
Or we'll have a little recap. Down to number 10, it's Sax by Fleur East.
A beautiful song with no saxophone on. That's because she's looking for a sax. It makes sense to us.
A new entry at number 9, Forever Young by Louisa Johnson.
A schmaltzy cover of a Bob Dylan classic as featured on X Factor.
Up 91 to number 8, Shut Up by Stormzy.
You shut up. Great record.
Up 2 to number 7, Adventure of a Lifetime by Coldplay.
Do we give Coldplay their habitual kick in that many music critics and analysts do? Listen to part 1 to find out. A short answer, no we don't. Great record.
Down 3 to number 6, Sweet Lovin' by Sigala featuring Bryn Christopher.
A joyous tune, thank you Bryn Christopher.
All those songs and more are featured on our Spotify and YouTube playlists. The more will be the 5 songs that we're about to talk about, and there's another 6 songs that are part of our bonus tracks podcast.
Why would they be on our bonus tracks? What's the glue that binds them together?
Well, on our Patreon community, every week we put out an extra podcast where we talk about 6 songs that never get to be in the top 10, but that are knocking about in the chart.
I remember us talking about that. I never knew you were recording. I thought we were just having a nice time. Why don't you give us a little taste, since you've done a little bit of a sneaky recording, of what we can expect so far? You kind of want that sort of little bit of madness in your pop music sometimes, don't you?
Kiss me like you mean it.
Like you mean it?
Do it properly.
Look me in the eyes.
And when you said kissing your bandmate somewhere where it's going to get you in trouble, you meant the geographical location rather than an anatomical position.
Yeah.
So if anything, it was too Christmassy.
Join our community now at patreon.com/ShoobyPodcast.
Number 5.
Up 1 to number 5. It's What Do You Mean by Justin Bieber.
A former number 1, it will spend 62 weeks in the top 100.
It's a big hit.
Debuted at number 1, dropped down to number 2, went back to number 1 for 2 more weeks, dropped down to number 2, and then went back to number 1 for another 2 weeks. It's the 4th single in UK chart history to go to number 1 3 times, although it did it in a very short space of time. Do you know what the other 3 songs are?
To go back to number 1 after an initial appearance there would be Space Oddity, 1 for sure.
Nope.
What?
3 times. It's got to get to number 1 3 times. I mean...
do they know it's Christmas?
Nope.
Is it the Muppets? Because you always... when I don't know anything, it's often the Muppets.
No. One is from 1953.
Go on.
It's I Believe by Frankie Lane.
I believe for every drop of rain that falls. Just to prove I know that song.
Singing the Blues by Guy Mitchell.
Well, I never felt more like singing the blues. All great songs.
1956. And one from 2013.
Go on.
Huge
Give
hit.
me a clue. Give me a clue.
Huge
Give me a
hit
clue.
from a kids' movie.
Shrek?
No.
I don't know.
Happy by Pharrell Williams.
Like a room without a roof. I never fully understood that lyric. You mean ceiling, surely?
He's talking about an atrium.
Anyway.
That's the word you need. Happy like an atrium.
Again, the tempo, the sound, the feel, followed on nicely from Coldplay and Sigala featuring Bryn Christopher. I was listening to this on my feet a lot this week, and I'm going to say this portion of the top 10 keeps you dancing, if that is your thing.
It's all about his relationship with Selena Gomez, apparently, this song.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do people know who wrote it? How do they know what it's about?
Justin Bieber said, this is his quote about writing the song. Well, like girls are often like, they're just flip-floppy. They say something and then they mean something else, you know? So it's like, I want to like, what do you mean?
A great quote from Justin Bieber. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk about him later. I can't see that coming up, but you never know. I love this record. Catchy. The sentiment we can all relate to either. What do you make of Justin Bieber in general, James?
He's not really for me, is he?
Not really.
No, so he's a successful pop star. Some of his tunes are quite catchy. I don't particularly think this one is. I don't think this is one of his. I think this is fine.
Cloth ears, it's a beauty.
The song has a ticking clock throughout it, doesn't it?
Does it? What good spot? I didn't notice that.
Are you listening to these songs or what? It's got a ticking clock all the way through it. And that made me think of the other songs that have got ticking clocks in them.
Gwen Stefani.
What You Waiting For?
Yeah. Pink Floyd.
Time.
That would be
Yeah.
one.
Hung Up by Madonna.
Time goes by.
Also, do you remember 4 Minutes by Justin Timberlake and Snoop Doggity Dogg?
Yeah. How are you defining a ticking clock? A beat?
A clock that's ticking.
Why can't that
You
just,
know how clocks tick?
why can't that just be a beat, a little metronome, a little hi-hat or something? Are you saying it's definitely the sound of a clock ticking?
Definitely the sound of a clock ticking.
Okay. What do you mean, weirdly? But I've never heard that. Good spot. Or such an obvious spot, I didn't see it. I was too busy looking at YouTube comments. No, only 5CN says more than 500,000 comments. If you found mine, you're a legend. I was congratulating myself for that mainly.
You're basically King Arthur for finding that. This was Justin Bieber's first UK number one. This century has been the golden age of Canadian pop. Since 2007, there have been UK number ones from Nelly Furtado, Drake, Carly Rae Jepsen, Shawn Mendes and The Weeknd, all Canadian.
Cool.
Pre-2006, there had only been 5 Canadian UK chart toppers.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you think they are?
Bryan Adams.
Correct. Twice he got to number one.
Slim Whitman.
Nope.
Canadian pop stars who got to... Go on, I'm no good at this.
Come on.
Give me some clues. You know I like it. Also, if anyone's listening, it's good for them.
All right. This person is Canadian, but they rose to fame singing for another country.
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
Of course.
She had 2 number ones.
Yeah.
The person who was number one in the episode of Shooby Dooby Doo Wop that we recorded last week.
Oh, go on. Number one last week. I mean, I should remember that. We spent time talking about it, didn't we? It was 19... What year? What's it?
1957.
1957. So number one from only last week
He was only 16.
was fucking Paul
It was Paul Anka, yes. And there are 2 others.
That's made me have a look at my life. Was Paul Anka Canadian?
Paul Anka's Canadian.
Cool.
Terry Jacks.
I like that story you told about Paul Anka last week, how he got his record deal by winning a competition and hanging around New York. Just go back to that.
Okay.
You know, you can listen to these podcasts anytime, can't you?
Yeah, that's the great thing about them. Terry Jacks.
Yeah.
Caesars in the Sun.
I
that was
remember.
him. And JJ Barry. Did a song called No Charge.
No Memory,
Which is
JJ.
Is about, it's a boy who does loads of chores and sort of writes a sort of bill of what he should be paid by his parents for doing the chores. And then the mom comes back with a sort of passive-aggressive list of all the things she does. And she has no charge.
Okay.
And at the end he goes, oh, okay then.
I mean, I'd
No,
like to talk.
And then they hug and he's like, oh, I won't charge you for doing the chores then.
I mean, that song sounds interesting. Me and James, for our Patreon subscribers, we often talk about some songs that never made the top 10. I had real trouble finding ones I like this week that interested me. So that song sounds good. Maybe we should stick that on the Spotify playlist as well. I think we've run out of steam with Justin Bieber, James. So let's leave him not to talk of him again.
Number 4.
Up 1 to number 4. You Don't Own Me by Grace featuring G-Eazy.
A cover of an old song by Leslie Gore from the 60s, I believe.
Yeah.
I didn't do a Rod Stewart and change the words and the lyrics and the melody and then say they nicked it.
I mean, I'm sure there are loads of things that the cover and the original have in common, but I've written down 2 here. Both singers are 17 when they sing it.
She does a great job, Grace, singing this, doesn't she?
And they're both produced by Quincy Jones.
Really?
Yes, he co-produces this one, but he produced the 1963 one.
Okay, well, that explains something, because I thought this record sounded lush, amazing, fully blown. It was a treat for me. I like the song anyway.
There are 2 versions of this version on Spotify. There's the version that's on our playlist, which features the rap by G-Eazy.
Yes.
And then there's a version without the rap. It's better without the rap, in my opinion.
Do you? A lot of people on YouTube say, but I mean, I sort of gave you a nudge to put this version on because I particularly like G-Eazy's rap. Also, G-Eazy, it's one of the self-references. He calls himself, it says at the end, Easy, so that's a reference. But at the beginning, he mentions Gerald, which I'm guessing is his real name.
Yeah,
he's called Easy G or G-Eazy.
His real name is Gerald Gillum.
Okay, I like mentioning himself Gerald at the beginning.
Hello, Gerald.
Now, my memory of this song, like I say, I sort of dismissed it at the time because possibly I was too into Leslie Gore and I didn't hear G-Eazy's contributions and blah, blah, blah. I seem to remember it being on a television show or it was on Killing Eve. Just the reason it was a big hit.
Yes, it might have been.
That's my vague memories. For some reason, I mean, why would the old Leslie Gore song be in the charts unless it had some sort of mention on some sort of synchronization?
Well, this version was the House of Fraser Christmas ad music.
Okay, it was in Suicide Squad as well. I remember reading from YouTube comments. It was featured heavily in that film, so maybe that's it. Forget Killing Eve.
The song, a feminist anthem.
Yes.
Isn't it? Who wrote it?
I don't know.
Two blokes. John Medora and David White from Philadelphia, who also wrote 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I remember Len Barry or whatever it was.
And At the Hop.
From Danny and the Juniors.
Yep.
You can move it, you can shake it, you can really start to make it at the hop.
Yep.
I just like to remind people. There's a lot of people on YouTube here. Again, you know, in the world of internet anger, a lot of people saying Grace and Easy G shouldn't have done this song because Leslie Gore did it. She's an icon. She's a lesbian. How dare anyone else have a go-to song by somebody they like?
That song still exists, guys. The Leslie Gore version, you can still listen to it. It's still there.
Also, James, this is one of the songs with the key change in that I mentioned earlier, which I was delighted. Let me get my guitar. I like this a lot. She's going, you don't own me, G, C minor, D7, D, back to C minor, do, 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 do. You don't own me. Them three simple chords, do, 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 and then it goes to a major. So it's minor to major, lovely. Don't tell me what to do, and I won't, you know the song, what to say. What I like about the Grace version is she's there, as you can imagine, then she'll go up to key, change up a tone. Don't tell me what to do, yeah, and I don't, so that's a key change. The Leslie Gore version, she only does one Grace. Leslie Gore keeps going up, there's 3 or 4 key changes in that, so she's going, don't tell me what to do, won't tell you what to say, don't tell me and live to life, and then she goes again, don't tell me what to do, and I won't tell you what to say, don't live me life, and she goes again, don't tell me what to do. Anyway,
As fast as that.
I think they sing it properly and put all the words in, and are not trying to truncate it for, let's call it, podcasting purposes of pussies.
I think Grace sings it really well, as you said. And it is, you know, it's about, don't tell me I can't talk to other boys. It's very defiant and everything. And to be fair, G-Eazy's rap is kind of backing her up and saying she's an incredible independent woman.
Yes.
And everything.
He plays a bit of a scumbag, doesn't he, G-Eazy, in this rap? There's a kind of thing where his lyrics, I believe, would reflect the fact that Grace is saying, you don't own me. I mean, G-Eazy, let's look at his lyrics on it. He's such an arsehole.
It does feel like he's mansplaining the song.
Yeah, which is, you know, which is what he's doing, isn't he? For the sake of, let's call it, dramatic tension. He's got a good haircut in the video as well, as has Grace. I mean, again, you were talking about Fleur East earlier, possibly the woman who sang Forever Young. Why did Grace only have one song, as it were? Why did she only have one hit? Everything about her screams pop star.
Well, she's now known as Say Grace.
What? Gerald, right, he's saying, I can always have just what I want. She's a baddie, so I would love to flaunt. So he's already using her as a trophy, yeah, which may be reason for Grace's ire. He's taking her shopping, you know, Yves Saint Laurent, but nope, she ain't with it, though, because she got her own dough. Bust, if you don't know, she could never, ever be a broke hoe.
What a lovely thing to say about a woman.
But
I get to say that to my wife later. I'm going to say, do you know what, love? You could never be a broke hoe.
But that's only if you're trying to recreate the toxic relationship between Gerald and Grace, which are also 2 of my mum's friends as well.
They're coming round, so put your trousers on.
I like the ending with all the hey-heys and the no-no-nos. I mean, you know, it keeps you interested right to the bitter end, this song.
And it made me want to buy things from House of Fraser just in time for Christmas. Because it's so Christmassy.
Again, so Christmassy.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do. It's very much what I'm doing at the end of Christmas Day when I'm being told off for sitting in the other room.
So a lot of the kids on YouTube, they related it to their teachers telling them what to do. And I'm going to sing this to my teacher, what they're bossing me about. So I like that notion that the kids were hearing this record. And without having the complicated relationship of Gerald taking you to Yves Saint Laurent shops because you're not a hoe or whatever, the kids could still relate to it because they didn't want the teachers telling them what to do.
It's a very core rock and roll attitude, isn't it? Don't tell me what to do.
It's my favourite. It's my favourite attitude. It reminded me of My Prerogative, which we covered by Britney Spears on a few episodes. All that sentiment of a song in it. An integral part of pop music, James. I'm doing what I want to do. Nobody can boss me about. Saw the Bob Dylan film last night. I ain't going to work on Maggie's farm no more. However, it's expressed a little cry of rebellion, isn't it? Much needed in pop music.
Number 3.
Hello. Up onto number 3, it's Adele with the song I just mentioned. Hello.
Smooth. A former number 1.
A former number 1, a former world beater. You at the time, this was a return, wasn't it? Adele, from whatever age she was when she recorded this album. You couldn't escape this song. Everybody in the video went mad. I can't believe Adele's still got a flip phone. It was a little cultural phenomenon.
Grammy Record and Song of the Year, Brit Single of the Year, the lead single from her album 25, the 6th biggest seller of 2015 in the UK, would go quintuple platinum in the UK, and it broke the iTunes records for being number 1 in the most countries, 102 countries.
As we like to mention every week, Niles Rogers says any song that gets in the top 10 must be a good song because it relates to people, they identify with it enough to buy it and to get it up there. So Adele, she certainly fits into Niles Rogers' sentiment this week, doesn't she?
I mean, that usually precedes you saying you don't like it.
Well, quite. All right then, well I am saying that.
You don't like it?
That's all right, actually. It's all right. It's all
What a
right.
roller coaster, guys. We thought you didn't like it, and then he thought it was fine.
I just think it's good to mention Nile Rodgers once a week and put that general idea of, whilst we're talking out through our behinds about what we think of a song, it's a good thing to point out that these are all popular.
Can we get into the lyrics, please?
Please, 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 please.
Because there's a thing that happens in this song that I've been thinking ever since I first heard it 10 years ago. Right.
Well, what a perfect...
Can I infect you with this insanity?
What a perfect forum for you to talk about it. All right, then.
So the first line of the song,
Yes.
hello, it's me. And then there's a little pause. And in that pause, my brain goes, Adele. So, hello, it's me, Adele.
Right. She should have done it. Then we've been able to mention one more bit of self-reference while Gerald's banging on about himself. All right, then, fair enough.
So,
Do you like this song?
I mean, it's such a big, anthemic, belted out song, isn't it? Would I choose to listen to it? Probably not. But if it comes on, I'm probably going to try and sing the chorus. The chorus goes, hello from the other side, which makes it sound like she's dead and she's communicating through a Ouija board.
Let's put it into some sort of emotional context. When she rings up, says, hello, it's me, Adele, as she should have mentioned.
Adele.
Yeah. There's definitely, she's been a bit of a pain in the arse in this relationship. She should leave it alone. She can't. She's ringing up again. She wants to hear it. There's definitely a bit of grit in this oyster, isn't there, to the song? So, the chorus, you say, I don't know what key it's in, but let's say it's in this key for the moment. She's going, hello from the other side, yeah? I mean, E minor, C, G as you can get. Yeah, G and D, I mean. So you got that. But I kept singing, how can I get you alone? It reminded me of that. It reminds me of a 80s rock power ballad, this song. Despite it being slightly disguised as one.
Co-written by Adele and Greg Kirsten.
Yes.
He plays all the instruments on the track, apart from the drums. Who plays the drums?
I can't remember.
Adele.
What?
Adele plays the drums on this.
Serious?
Yep.
Oh, that's good. You mentioned Greg Kirsten produced somebody's, who was it, Lily Allen, I think. You mentioned he did all the work. Adele plays the drums on this?
Yep.
Serious?
Apparently.
Wow.
I'm not going to argue.
No. I like the idea of Adele banging out something. I mean, when this album came out, or when the album after came out, she'd just gone through a divorce, hadn't she, again, from whenever 31 came out, I think it was called. And I was sort of a bit thinking when her divorce was announced before the album, I thought, oh, we're not going to get the album of her pub sing-along Cockney Knees up then. This is it's what she deals in, isn't it? Let's call it the terrain of the heart, Adele.
Yeah, she said, it sounds a bit morbid, like I'm dead, but it's actually just from the other side of becoming an adult, making it out alive from your late teens, early 20s.
The thing that always takes me out at the beginning is when she goes, hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about how we used to be. It's always a tricky thing when you allude to a song title, isn't it? Because in this case, I just end up thinking about California dreaming all the time and sort of think I'd rather be hearing that. But great words to it. I'm not being daft. She's really taken a moment of this phone call that she shouldn't be ringing up her ex to find out, to almost make her presence felt. To use a football analogy, she's letting the man know she's there, isn't she?
She says, I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. I'm in California.
Dreaming.
To the person she's addressing, she sings, did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? Well, if she's referring to the town where she's from, which is Enfield, and I'm assuming she's in Los Angeles, So if she wants them to meet up, that is a trip of 5,432 miles, which is a bit much just to have a chat when you could just have a phone call.
But she's got a flip phone, James, if you remember, so she can't even get free calls on the internet to the other side.
Not only that, she can afford them. Not only that, but she says, I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done, but when I call, you never seem to be home. Are you ringing him on a landline?
Yes.
What are you doing? Get a mobile number. That's no excuse.
All complicated issues. I mean, to throw a bit more wood onto the fire, at Mats1783 on YouTube says, roses are red, my name is not Dave, this makes no sense, microwave. So I thought I'd throw that in while we're here.
Is he making a comment on the song, or is he just putting that comment
I
out?
don't know. I mean, she's got a fantastic voice, hasn't she? Spoilers. This is a kind of... Hey, join our Patreon for more insight, like Adele's got a good voice.
And the song plays to her strengths.
Yep.
A chorus where she can belt it out.
She really does as well. Did you watch the video?
I have seen it, but
It's
not this
sepia tone. She's looking beautiful. There she is. What made me think, apart from her voice, is also the power of Adele's eyes, because at key moments in the video, she looks straight down the barrel of the lens in a dramatic way, and it's affecting. Not everyone can do that with their eyes. Well done, Adele.
Adele told the New York Times that this song contains her favourite lyric that she's ever written. Do you want to have a guess at which lyric it is?
I don't know. The bit about breaking the heart and it doesn't matter because it clearly doesn't tear you apart, that sort of stuff.
No, it's
Is it Knees Up Mother Brown? Knees Up, have I confused songs?
yeah. It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. She said this is her favourite lyric she's ever written.
Yeah, it's a great lyric, isn't it?
The one that's all about herself, yeah.
It's a bit like that line in the Taylor Swift song, I'm the problem, it's me. I think anybody who can acknowledge, let's call it, their own sense of being a bit of an arsehole is good.
It's essentially, I'm so vain, I probably think this song is about me. There have been 3 other songs called Hello that have got to the UK Top 20.
Okay.
One of them are number 1.
Okay, Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie, Hello, that was the number 1.
Beloved.
Beloved in 1990.
I love
A
that
song
song.
that mentions Tommy Cannon and Bobby Ball.
And Vince Hilaire, the old Crystal Palace defender. I mean, you don't even... I love that song. I wish we were doing that this week. Also, the other song about Hello. I don't
It's
know.
a more obscure one.
Go on.
I think you would recognise it.
Go on.
It's from 2011.
Yeah. Give me a clue.
It goes... Ding 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 ding
Oh,
ding.
yeah.
Hello.
I
Ding,
remember.
ding, ding. That song.
Who was it?
That's by Martin Solveig and Dragonette.
I remember it vaguely.
So Adele's just riding on their coattails, essentially.
I'm not slagging Adele off because because I don't want to in this case. I will slag this off, though. This is a good point. As you know, James, partially for content, always going for YouTube comments on while you're doing all the proper work of who wrote it, who recorded it, who did all the albums, who was playing drums on it. But Psychotic AS6273 says, Dear advertisers, if you put an unskippable ad on YouTube, I will not buy that product. Pretty good, isn't it? Made me think I'm going to do that.
I wanted to do a thing on YouTube where you put up a video and it has a little button that says skip ad and you press it and it takes you an advert for a skip.
Adele will be delighted. I mean, what can we say about this record? It sort of doesn't matter what we think of it. It's incredibly popular. It's won loads of awards. It's in people's hearts. And it's certainly affecting. Someone on YouTube says 0% nudity, 0% nicks, 0% semi-nude women and 100% hard work. So, just to carry that on. Let me ask you your opinion on this. The video lasted 7 minutes or something. I'm thinking, I'm sure this song doesn't last 7 minutes. It's partially because they do that thing that some pop stars do. Of the first 2 minutes, they're setting a scene. There she is walking around flat like a film. But I often think this is a pop star often has got the idea of their own importance, haven't they? When they decide to turn it into a film, make the video. Spoiler alert, there's one coming up as well that does that again. But it sort of annoys me about this Adele song, watching the video, because I think I have to sit through 2 minutes of her walking moodily through a bad house and a field.
If you're going to do this, pop star,
Yeah.
if you're going to turn your music video into a short film, at least have the decency to be chased by a werewolf.
Absolutely. Always think when a pop star does it, whether they know it or not, subconsciously, implicitly, they're kind of going, it's a big deal, this song. And, I suppose it is in Adele's
I'm
case.
actually a really big deal. I live in California.
I live in California. I'm dreaming there, yeah.
Are you still in that town? I'm in California. Do you want to meet up? No. Can't think why.
Yeah, I like it. But, James, This song, I don't want to sort of say, oh, we've spotted this in it, because as Adele alludes to herself, it is full of that, isn't it? She's been an arsehole ringing this fella up. And I think that's a good thing to write a song about. The unwanted phone call.
To Gen Z, that was every phone call.
Yeah, just text me, yeah.
Number 2.
A non-mover at number 2. It's a former number 1. It's Sorry by Justin Bieber.
Here he comes again. I thought we'd seen the last of him.
No.
Justin Bieber. What, number 2?
Number 2, this song will spend over a year in the top 75 and 68 weeks in the top 100. In June 2016, it had become the first song to get 100 million streams in the UK.
As Ashar BJ says on YouTube, which is a allusion to the lyrics, he says, I listened to this song maybe once or twice. By once or twice, I mean maybe a couple of 100 times, which I liked a lot. As a little nod to the lyrical content. I mean, I love this song. It got me going again. I was up on my feet. It's kind of in a dance hall rhythm, isn't it? That Jamaican dance hall beat, appealing.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Bit of beatboxing from me there. Everyone wants to hear a middle-aged man doing beatboxing.
I mean, there's 2 billion people have watched the video. Bieber does not appear on the video. It's just loads of women having a dance and a bop to it, which is appealing. Simple lyrics, essentially, where the chorus is G sharp, C minor, and B flat. Is it too late now to say sorry? That's a catchy bit, isn't it? Doing much your body. Is it too late now? Change copyright. To go to Norwich. Cause I know that don't let you down. It's a lovely tune, lovely song. Simple, yet it keeps me dancing, which is all I ask, really. Because we're covering Justin Bieber again, James, I had a little think about Justin Bieber, what he was up to. I mean, things have taken a turn with Bieber recently, haven't they? Because let's call it the P. Diddy scandal. And there's a lot of... I don't like that, obviously, but what I like about the notion of it is recently, Justin Bieber, by and large, for people who didn't like him, people would take the mick, wouldn't they? They'd say he was an arsehole. And now they're showing all this abuse he dealt with lately, really. Like, you know, even chat show presenters, James Corden is one of them. I'm not singling him out because there's other people. There's kind of men going, oh, your eyes, your lips are beautiful. He's blatantly going, I don't feel comfortable with this. I'm being sexualised. Women are grabbing him, touching him. And again, like I say, it's only because of the P. Diddy thing that I think people are taking it seriously now. So, I mean, that's gone a bit dark, but he had some great behaviour as a... These are the things I remembered there from Justin Bieber in the past. Are you into this?
I don't know what you're going to say, so let's find out.
Okay. Obviously, he punched paparazzis and fans, like are driving under the influence going on. That's a tragedy thing. I remember things of him like pissing in a janitor's bucket and holding a picture of Bill Clinton up on video saying, fuck Bill Clinton. My favourite one is when he went to Anne Frank's house. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah, vaguely.
And he signed the condolence book or whatever, the memory book, and he's saying, I think Anne Frank would have been a believer. And people had to go at him for this. I really liked it for him. I thought, this is good pop star behaviour, isn't it? This isn't Harry Styles kind of saying nothing, being told what to do. Bieber was out and about, a troubled man, let's say, yet for casual pop star observation, he behaved interestingly.
How's this for pop star behaviour?
Go on.
He allegedly bought and then abandoned a capuchin monkey.
Yeah, that was one of them. I've got that down.
You could have just hung around with Coldplay if you wanted to do that.
Absolutely. I've got a good memory of him going to the Great Wall of China and getting his security to carry him up the steps. Everyone had to go at him for that for some reason, despite the fact he probably was working his head off and knackered, let's say.
Yeah, and if Prince had done that, everyone would be like, oh, Prince,
we would have liked
eccentric.
it, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favourite quotes by him, which I got a vague memory of, is when the people asked him if he was a Christian, he said, I don't need to go to church to be a Christian. And then he said, if you go to Taco Bell, that doesn't make you a taco. Doesn't quite make sense, but I liked it.
He's got a point, it doesn't. So this song, Sorry, I quite like it. I think it's all right. It's a good
It's
pop song,
great.
isn't it?
Yeah,
good
yeah,
pop
yeah.
song. Produced and written by Skrillex and Blood Pop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Written with Justin Tranter. Loads of songwriting credits he's got.
Who the Tranter?
Justin Tranter.
Yeah.
Including Cake by the Ocean.
Great song. By, who are they called?
DNC.
Yeah, well done. Like The Weeknd. Dunce.
Believer by Imagine Dragons.
Oh, okay.
Make Me Feel by Janelle Monáe.
I love that record.
As well as loads of songs for Selena Gomez, who apparently this song is about again.
Okay.
Also, rather writing credit, Julia Michaels, who'd have a top 10 hit of her own 2 years later with a song called Issues. She said her and Tranter came up with this song, Sorry, in about an hour. And they said, we didn't think anything of it.
It's, again, a bit like the Coldplay one with loads of chords, cyclical things going on, and yet they keep chucking the hooks over it to keep it appealing.
Justin Bieber said, it's kind of the stamp, the end-all of apologies that I'm giving to people, to the media. But then later he said, people ran with that I was like apologising with that song and stuff. It really had nothing to do with that. It was about a girl.
Yep, song as often the good ones are. If I'm being nitpicking, I don't like the rhyme of body. I'm just trying to, is it too late to say sorry because I'm missing more than just your body? I mean, it's all right, but...
It should be Borry, shouldn't it? For the rhyme to work.
If you
or
want.
Soddy.
Or it's 7:30 and I'm going to watch Curry. I don't like it when we pick on song lyrics unnecessarily. We haven't wrote any.
Is it too late now to say sorry? Oh, look out, you nearly got hit by a lorry.
We did it last week, didn't we? Elvis had 2 records in the top 10. We've done it before with other people. So... Justin Bieber's got 2. We'll never hear off him again this week.
Cut 2?
Yeah.
The UK's number 1.
At number 1, it's a non-mover. It is Love Yourself by Justin Bieber again.
What? 3 songs inside the top 5. He's the first male artist since 1981. Who would that have been?
What, 3 songs in the top 5?
Yeah.
81?
Yeah. Early 81.
Jackson? Prince?
No.
Bowie?
Think about what had happened in late 1980.
John Lennon.
John Lennon is right.
Of course.
He also has 8 songs in the top 40, which is a record.
Bieber, not John Lennon.
Bieber.
Yeah, 8 records in the top 40. I mean, come on. Whether you like him or not, you cannot dismiss this sort of popularity.
Love Yourself replaced Sorry at number 1. He's the first living act to knock himself off the top of the chart since who?
Go on.
The Beatles in 1963.
It's always the Beatles, and what I've learned from you, if not the Muppets.
Yeah. A few weeks after this, the 3 songs that are in the top 10 would be number 1, number 2, and number 3.
Yes.
He's the first artist to do that in the UK charts.
Shall we talk about who wrote it? We haven't done that yet, have we?
Written by Ed Sheeran and Benny Blanco.
Yes.
The current Mr. Selena Gomez.
She keeps popping up this week, doesn't she? Who? Benny Blanco?
Yep.
Really? And Ed Sheeran? I'm going to say this might be the best song he's ever written, Ed Sheeran. That must be annoying. I think people say that to him sometimes, and you think, well, I gave it away, and this, that, and the other. But there's undoubtedly a little magic to this song. My mama don't like you, and she loves everyone.
It's a great line.
It's a great line, isn't it? I mean, that springs and pops out and slaps you around the head when you first hear it.
He'd originally written it for his Divide album, but then decided he didn't want to record it, and he gave it to Justin Bieber.
Let's do it, James, while we're here. I mean, what I like about it, in the chords, all the notes that you hear, the melody, if you like, they're within the chord. So he's going,
3 blind mice.
So they're just the chords, really, so simple. Yet, like I say, that tune that comes in, that note, that's in E, that's in B. That's it. So it's so simple, this song, yet so effective. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you can go fuck yourself. I mean, that's what it sounds like.
That's what it was originally called. Yeah,
I can believe it. That's
like.
That's what it sounds like, doesn't it?
Ed Sheeran and Benny Blanco wrote it on a tour bus, which is pretty rock and roll. Benny Blanco, I've got some more of his songs that feature him on the credits as a writer or producer. I Kissed a Girl.
And he liked it.
Hot and Cold, California Girls, Teenage Dream, all by
Katy Perry.
TikTok by Kesha.
Oh, yeah.
Moves Like Jagger.
Oh, yeah.
Diamonds by Rihanna. And Castle on the Hill.
Great songs. He must have a few quid, even with streaming being the way it is. I mean, I've forgotten the whistling as well. I loved it as well. Lovely. I mean, again, why spend all that money on production, on loads of instruments, on an orchestra when you've got a song strong as this, maybe?
In an era of very, very, very produced pop songs, the fact that it's stripped down so much, it stands out. And the first time I ever heard it, I was like, this sounds a bit like Ed Sheeran. And then, oh, it's written by Ed Sheeran. That makes a lot of sense.
As you say, partially because of, let's call it, the economy of it all. I remember this from 10 years ago, and it popped out the radio when you heard it, didn't it? It was markedly different. And I liked it, I like that Bieber, there he is with his records in the top 40, all produced, all dancing. This is a simple little ballad, yet so affecting.
What role does Philip Baudreau play on this song?
Who?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Philip Baudreau?
Yeah.
Who? Don't know. Does he play guitar on it? Does
Nope.
he do the whistling?
No.
Is he a vibe merchant like Bez used to be?
No, he plays the trumpet.
Ah, okay. Lovely bit of trumpet playing.
Lovely bit of trumpet. So, yeah, it's at number 1.
Did I claim the whistling that I said was so strong? Was I just singing the trumpet part and then saying it was somebody? I think I was do. My apologies.
Yeah, that's not whistling.
Yeah,
That's
well,
all-
that's-
I wondered what you were going on about.
You should say. You can whistle it though. Did you watch the video?
No.
It's pretty good, man. In fact, it's a great video. It's got a couple of people who I believe are called Keown and Marie Madrid. They might be related, brother and sister, husband and wife, I don't know. But it's a very good video where it's like a heterosexual couple. They are around a flat dancing. There's a lot of moving, as you would expect in a dancing. It is a interpretive dance about, let's call it, the difficulties of a relationship. The YouTube playlist is in our descriptions. If you've got the time, go and check this video out because it's a thing of beauty. Well done, Keown and Marie, for expressing it so vividly, as they say, through the medium of dance.
So it's at number 1 on the 23rd of December, but it's not going to be Christmas number 1 because there's a chart released on Christmas Day. It's knocked off the top by A Bridge Over You by the Lewisham and Greenwich NHS Choir.
That's Showbiz Justin. They didn't need anybody to carry him up the steps at the Great Wall of China, so get over yourself. I mean, there he is. He's had 3 records in the top 10, which we skillfully hid, didn't we, James? We're going to say no spoilers. But on YouTube, possibly the best comment for this week is from a fella called Hanji ZXC, and he says, of Justin Bieber, you can hate him, but you can't deny the bop he's serving to us. Well, there we are. 10 records from only 10 years ago, as of time of recording at least. James, what did you make of it generally? The top 10 from 2015, Christmas time? Did it give you the feels? Did it nice? Was it a pleasant thing to listen to as a completed piece of music?
I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
And me, looking at it, I thought, this is going to be a bit of a chore, but there's some real treats in it.
Yeah, some real bangers. Really enjoyed Sax. I really enjoyed...
Hang on, what was your favourite?
Oh, why can't I just pick a few? Why can't
Because
I
you
just pick
made
a
this
few?
fucking rule up that we have to just choose
No,
one.
I didn't. I said we should have 3. You said no, it should only be 1.
All right, then tell me your 3 favourites.
Can I have 4?
Yeah, do. knock yourself out. The ones you like.
I really liked Sax. I really liked Adventure of a Lifetime. I really liked Sweet Lovin', even though it is the same bit over and over again.
It's a dance record.
There you go. It's what it is. I even liked Sorry by Justin Bieber more than I thought. I think my favourite one is probably, which one would I listen to? It's between Adventure of a Lifetime and Sax. What about you?
Oh, I don't know. I enjoyed them all. Let's go for Coldplay because I feel like being a real square this week. And it, like I say, gave me the feels. What more do you need from pop music? Check all these records out on our Spotify playlist if you are interested. Like I say, YouTube video as well. Check the Justin Bieber video out for Love Yourself, I'm going to say. Just gently anyway, because if you're into, let's call it the culture of dancing. Also, me and James, we have another records, half a dozen, let's say, that never made the top 10 that we'll be discussing in our Patreon content, if you're interested.
Yeah, do check out our bonus tracks. All you have to do, go to our Patreon page. The link will be in the description, or just search for Shooby Podcast on Patreon. You'll find us. And if you become a subscriber and a contributor to this nonsense, then you will get access to even more of us talking in a shed about records.
Email us in to shoobypodcast@gmail.com. Rate, follow, subscribe, share, comment. What else do people say at the end of things? You know the deal. We're just looking for a bit of attention, a little bit of a help, and spread the word. We appreciate you listening. Thank you.
Yes, thanks very much for listening. Until next time, Shooby Dooby Doo Up.
Bop, bop, shoo up.